So we're back. Yep, welcome to Bad Influence, returning with all your old favourites, including some fat reviews. This week, our panel look at Jurassic Park on the Mega Drive.
And we've got a first look at the game everybody's talking about, Mortal Kombat.
And in my first report from America, I'll be looking at the latest in games technology that can produce pictures like this.
Me! I'm back too. It's me, Fertlers. Over here. Right, I'm all ready for the new programme with my Bad Influence pencil case, rubber and ruler set. I've also got some multicoloured felt tips and a brand new cheat book. Right, now for the first cheat of the new series. It's for Super Swiv on the SNES. Now, normally on Super Swiv, you have to choose to control either the helicopter or the Jeep. But this cheat lets you control both at once. Simply press select on the title screen and then start an A. So, that's select and start an A. And now I can attack from both the ground and the air together. Right, if you'll excuse me, I just think I'll finish off writing my address. Yes, here we are. Namrood, star of Bad Influence. Yes, the shed, that's right. Behind the studio, Leeds, Britain, the world, solar system, the universe, yes, and the cosmos.
A somewhat unscheduled interruption, the first of many, I'm sure. Hey, are you tired of typing? Are mice making you miserable? Are you jaded by joysticks? Then what you need is one of the new personal computers that you can write on. Hey, right on. This one's called the Pen Pal. It was launched by Amstrad earlier this summer. It has the capability to be a phone book, a diary and a notepad, and you can put additional software in this little slot on the back here. Now, when you first use this machine, you have to teach it how you write. Not how you write, because it understands the letters, how you write, because it's got to understand how you form each letter. So, let's do B. Train B, capital B, and tick. Now it's learned how I do a capital B. I put all the other letters in before the programme, so now if I write my name, it should recognise it no problem at all. A-N-D-Y-C-R-A-N-E. Angracrano. Well, close, I suppose.
But how does the computer understand your handwriting? I can usually read Andy's handwriting because I understand the meaning of the words.
Make sense of that, then. Aha.
OK, so this first word is either going to be meet or melt. But even Andy isn't going to want to melt me in the canteen, so it's got to be meat. The computer doesn't know that, though. It doesn't understand the meanings of the words, so it has to use a different technique.
The computer learns the way you write each letter. It records where you put the pen down first, and then follows you all the way around to the end. Now, that pattern that ends up, if it matches something in its memory, all well and good, but then again, sometimes your small e's end up as small s's.
Apple have brought out their own electronic message pad called the Newton. It tries to get past this problem by comparing each word you write with its own inbuilt dictionary. So it'll only let you write proper words. There you go, meet and melt. But I get rid of that because it's a lot of fun. It's more expensive, but you can write any way you want on the page, and you can write in joined-up handwriting too. So it's just like using a pen and paper, really. Soft.
And now, it's time for our first review.
I think he means that now it's time for our first review.
No, that's not what it says here, though, is it?
It's Jurassic Park. There's only one film, but there are loads of different versions of the games. The SNES game comes in interactive surround sound. The PC version has the best graphics, and at the other end of the scale, there's the Game Boy version. They're all due for simultaneous release on October the 22nd. But first to hatch is the entirely different Mega Drive version. Here's Sahale.
Jurassic Park is an average platform game hyped on the back of a major film licence. You can either play Dr. Grant or as a raptor. Here I'm playing Dr. Grant. Dr. Grant has got various things that he can do. He can swing from ropes, and as he falls he can shoot the dinosaurs with various weapons which are displayed in a box in the top left-hand corner of the screen. He's got various weapons such as a dart, a red dart, an electricity bolt and a bomb. The scrolling on the game is rather jerky, but the animation on the central character itself is quite good. Being the raptor is better than being Dr. Grant, although it's so easy to kill people. You just jump on them. You don't even need all 3 buttons. The jump one's enough to get through the first level. It's almost too easy. I'm really disappointed with this game. I would have thought they'd come up with a better game for such a big film title, and it doesn't follow the plot of the film much either.
I think it's overrated, just like the film. Unless you're wanting to buy this game for it being Jurassic Park, I recommend Alien 3. as the game has the advantage of actually having a plot.
This game has great graphics, but the control system lets it down.
And so the final scores for Jurassic Park on the Mega Drive. The girls gave it an average score of 3 out of 5, and the boys agreed with them. They gave it 3 out of 5 as well.
I really enjoyed that Jurassic Park movie, especially when all the computer-generated dinosaurs ate the people. Actually, I've been fertling around with a computer-generated version of me. It's only a prototype, but I'll let you see it if you like. I can make him walk, I can make him run, and I can make him eat people. Oh, get off! Oh well, nothing to worry about. This is a cheat for Cyborg Justice on the Mega Drive. All you have to do is pause the game while you're in arcade mode, then press in CBBCCACB to get a secret options screen. Get off, you digital dung beetle, or I'll wipe your wireframe and puncture your pixels, you grotty graphic.
And you can peruse the reviews and loads of other information in our data blast, which appears at the end of the programme. If you were watching last series, you'll know how it works, but if not, this is how you access it. All you need is your Commodore Garden video recorder. And the bit of the programme to record is the credits, the last 30 seconds, where everybody's name shoots across the bottom of the screen. When you've done that, rewind it and play it back, but don't play it back at the normal speed. Play it back using your pause and frame advance. And when you've done that, more than 90 different pages of information will become available to you.
Now we're going to be having regular reports from Z Wright in America. For the first programme, he's been having a look at all the new stuff stateside.
The hottest news from the US is happening in that building behind me. But before we take a look, here's a quick rundown of what's hot and what's not. Every other game released nowadays is tied to a movie. The hottest is Virgin's Aladdin, based on an animated Disney movie. The graphics are being produced by Disney animators. Virgin's other big movie tie-in is Demolition Man the Game, based on Demolition Man the movie starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. The actors shot some special footage during the production of the movie to be digitized into the game. LucasArts are putting the final touches to Super Empire Strikes Back. And they're also developing 2 new Star Wars titles, TIE Fighter and this one, Rebel Assault. But actually, the most interesting news is about what's known technically as vaporware. Everybody's been talking about it for months, but it really doesn't exist yet. One example is Sega's home virtual reality headset. They had a prototype version of it at a big computer show in Chicago in June, and they told us we could have it today to show you. Then they changed their mind. Another fascinating piece of vaporware is the so-called Action Game Master. As far as we can tell, it only exists in this picture, but it's supposed to play Super NES, Mega Drive, Master System, and NES, and CDs. Personally, I'm waiting for the Mark II version, which will no doubt make toast, tidy your bedroom, and probably land a man on Mars. But one piece of vaporware that is slowly condensing into reality is 3DO, and this is their headquarters in California. Now, if you haven't heard of 3DO, hey, where have you been? It's the next generation of hardware. And here's one of the first players, which should be in shops over here in October. A lot of big names have been involved in developing this machine, and they're hoping it's going to take over the world. All of the software comes on CDs, and this machine plays music and photo CDs as well. The interactive CDs include both information titles like encyclopedias, dictionaries, and educational software, and of course, games. The machine has fantastic graphics and sound capabilities. This is the opening sequence of a game called Microcosm. The people are digitized actors, but the helicopter is computer generated.